David Cronenberg's The Dead Zone, 1983, stands as a unique collaboration between horror royalty Stephen King and one of cinema's most enigmatic directors. Adapted from King's 1979 novel, the film marked a rare fusion of psychological depth, restrained horror, and emotional gravitas, earning high praise from critics, including the late Roger Ebert, who called it one of the best adaptations of King's work ever made. Starring Christopher Walken in a quietly haunting performance, The Dead Zone follows Johnny Smith, a schoolteacher who awakens from a coma with the ability to glimpse the future. Unlike Cronenberg's earlier work, known for graphic body horror in films like Shivers and The Brood, this adaptation eschews shock in favor of atmosphere and character. The horror is internal and existential, rooted in questions of destiny, morality, and sacrifice. The result is a thriller that leans more into suspense and emotional isolation than grotesque spectacle. Roger Ebert, in his 1983 review, wrote that Cronenberg's film not only surpassed previous King adaptations like Cujo, but also revealed the director's capacity to craft emotionally rich characters. He praised Walken's portrayal of Johnny Smith, calling it equal to his Oscar-winning turn in The Deer Hunter. Walken's haunted expressions, minimalist dialogue, and unnerving presence anchor the film's tone, transforming a supernatural premise into a compelling moral allegory. The film's success was also a result of the strong team behind it. Screenwriter Jeffrey Boam, known for The Lost Boys and Indiana Jones and The Last Crusade, brought clarity and emotional nuance to the script. His adaptation focused less on the novel's gore and more on the psychological burden Johnny carries. Producer Deborah Hill, best known for her work on Halloween and Escape from New York, added credibility and horror pedigree to the project. Interestingly, Stephen King himself had initially attempted to write the screenplay but was ultimately replaced after Cronenberg and Boam found his draft too focused on violence and lacking in emotional depth. Ironically, it was Cronenberg, then mostly associated with shocking body horror, who preserved the subtle heart of King's novel. King later praised the final film, calling it one of the finest adaptations of his work. The Dead Zone became a turning point in Cronenberg's career. It showcased his ability to transcend the horror genre, paving the way for his later psychological dramas like Dead Ringers, A History of Violence, and Eastern Promises. In these films, Cronenberg continued exploring human darkness with restraint and intellect, qualities that had begun to take shape with The Dead Zone. The story itself is timeless. Johnny Smith, an ordinary man granted extraordinary foresight, grapples with questions of power and responsibility. His psychic gift isolates him, challenges his identity, and ultimately forces a reckoning with fate. Rather than celebrating his abilities, the film questions whether knowing the future is a curse more than a blessing. What makes The Dead Zone especially poignant is how it mirrors societal anxieties about control, destiny, and moral obligation. Johnny is not a superhero. He's a flawed man trapped in a situation he never asked for. That human element, captured so precisely by Walken and amplified by Cronenberg's subdued direction, elevates The Dead Zone far above conventional genre fare. Today, the film holds an 89% rating on Rotten Tomatoes, a testament to its enduring quality and impact. For fans of King, Cronenberg, or thoughtful thrillers in general, The Dead Zone remains a cinematic landmark, a film that managed to thrill, unsettle, and provoke reflection without ever raising its voice.